Yo, what's up, man? Welcome back to another podcast. I got a special guest. I've been checking about social media. I was like, man, I reached out to you for about a month, huh? Maybe
On
2
and off.
months. On and off. So I know you a busy man,
country.
though. I know you a busy man.
Yeah, I was in Tokyo.
Yeah. So I reached out to him, man. I seen his social media, and I was like, man, I want to get him on the podcast. I like to meet all the trendsetters, the go-getters, the people that's trying to make a difference. What's up, big dog?
Man, appreciate you having me on.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Yes, sir. You got an
Introduce
amazing
yourself to the people, man.
Yeah, no, I was saying you got an amazing studio here. But
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, my name is Jonathon Lewis. I'm the founder of Jet Quest Travel Club. Born and raised Houston, Texas. You know, I grew up just being in love playing basketball. That was my first love. Second love was traveling. And I got introduced to that fresh out of college. Worked with a company, got a chance to take my first time out the country ever was 21. And I think I just fell in love with it ever since. And I got a lot of mentors out of that opportunity and a lot of network out of that opportunity and a lot of personal development and business knowledge from that.
Come on.
And then that company actually, after making billions of dollars, ended up going bankrupt.
Oh, wow.
And I started my company about a year and a half later after just kind of soul searching, because I don't think I always knew what the end result of
You
my
seen the
life
vision already, though.
Yeah, I already knew what I wanted to do with my life. I just had different vehicles at different times. So first it was basketball.
Okay.
Second it was that company.
So you a hooper?
I was. I can't.
You hoop no more? You get?
I do. I can't. I can't really claim it no more.
Okay.
I used to put up hundreds of shots every day. Like that was my every day, all day life.
So let's compare that, putting up 100 shots to you being in business, though. Like
daily
let's compare, the two. Cause I noticed you on the Atlas emoji. You paid the 6,000.
No, I just have all those boats.
Okay.
Books.
Okay,
all those books.
Yeah. So and I'll show you when we get off here. I really build my own everyday systems and processes with everything I do.
Okay.
Because I think it's very important that you document your moments. You document everything you know. And I think a lot of times people don't do that, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when was the first time you came through this big idea of Jet Quest? When did it hit you like, I need to start that?
Yeah, so that was about a year and a half after I left that company.
Okay.
So, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little depressed.
Okay.
I was a little depressed. I mean, I had put my everything I do, I put my everything into it. Like I told you, I play basketball.
You all out.
I went to college off of that. And then I literally left school early once I found this travel company, and then they went bankrupt.
Okay.
So like I knew I was gonna make my first million in that. So anyway, quick story. Met a girl on Instagram.
Okay.
Her and her boyfriend had just became millionaires off of Bitcoin. And they're always traveling. She let me live at her apartment in Santa Monica on 2nd Street. That literally means I can walk out the apartment and I'm on the beach.
Oh, wow.
For like half a year. And in that time, I spent pretty much every day working out, journaling, and reading on the beach and just kind of figuring out what I was going to do. But she let me do that because I did her marketing. So instead of her paying me $3 a month, I had a free place to stay.
I like that.
To do her marketing. So shout out to Chelsea.
People need to hear that story, though, because I think a lot of times people see your glory, but they don't know your story. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know. They'll come and be like, oh, man, how you got here? I started a video game company in 1998.
For real?
In 1998, I started a video game company.
Yeah.
All right. We started, we never finished it, but we stayed consistent with it, though. And then I jumped out of that. My family told me, go back to work. We can't help you. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to finish this video game. They're like, bro, we can't help you.
You was living with the family at the time?
Yeah.
Well, that Gary Vee talks a lot about that. Well, let me finish the story about
okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I'll go to that too.
Go ahead.
So, long story short, it was about a year and a half of that, staying with that girl and her family, her boyfriend.
So what was your mindset daily?
It was just
locked
staying
in
on discipline.
Okay.
Because I needed routine to get my mind back right. Because like I said, I put the last 6 years of my life with a very specific vision of what I was about to do with that company as my tool to get there.
I got you.
And then long story short, I ended up visiting back in Houston. I kicked it with one of my homeboys at his crib, and I had already had a friend reach out to me. He was like, bro, let's just do a group trip. I got this house in Thailand. Let's run it up. Like you invite people, I invite people. And we did that trip. It was a huge success. So I hadn't thought about like making it a company yet. I just like, that's a dope idea. And I sat with one of my homeboys like, I think I am going to make a company. And he's like, what's the name going to be? And we just looked up synonyms for black and travel.
Ooh.
And that's how we came up with the name Jet Quest, and
Mm.
here we are now. But going back to your point, Gary Vee always talks about like when you have support from family,
Come on.
especially from us. Like we don't have black people, we not really in the mentality of like,
That's
yeah,
true.
you can live here until you get married, or yeah, you can live here until your business takes off. We're like, get out the house at 18, which
Mm.
no other culture really does.
That's true.
Because especially in this day and age, it's not smart.
So this is the thing though, because I was going down looking at all your social media posts, and I'm like, okay, he creating content. He creating content. I see you got your chips planned for 2026.
This is so cool.
I see. I see. You know, y'all had an event over there. At what's that place? I know the owner. He came to my.
They not sponsoring me, so I'm not gonna say.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. But you had an event at this space.
Yeah.
And I know the owners though. So anyway, so tell us about this whole journey of you planning out the events, you seeing the vision, because a lot of times they're not visionaries. So they need other people to like see it. So how did you get here though?
I don't really know, bro.
Mm,
I mean, I don't know. When I say I don't know why I have always had a clear picture of what I want to do
I
and
got
just
you.
looked at steps on how to get there. That's hard. But I do know that like my dad I saw a lot. I saw
Okay.
my dad start a business and I
Mm,
saw him for a lot of time, like maybe 2, 3 years, not make money.
I got you.
And I saw him build it up. I remember asking him as a little kid, why don't you just go get a job? I'm sure that
Mm.
shit hurt.
Yeah.
I don't even have kids yet, but I can
Yeah.
only imagine in the
Mm,
beginning stages or the building stages or something like your son telling you like,
I got you.
yo, like why don't we just go get a job? Cause shit's not work. Like, so but I saw it start to take off though. Like
Yes.
in his biggest year made maybe 500K in 1 year.
Mm,
And so I saw long-term delayed gratification turn into like real success. I saw
oh,
that before. Also, I played basketball. So basketball teaches you discipline.
they do.
And everybody who plays basketball, what do they want to do?
You want to put up them points. You want to hoop.
No, they want to go to the league.
Yeah. NBA. That's everybody go to.
So like when you
Yeah.
play, when you're a confident and ambitious person with that dream, you want to be a good player in the league.
Mm,
So you think about the lifestyle that's gonna come with that:
that's
money,
true.
traveling, whatever girl you
The
want, whatever
women's,
house you
whatever.
want,
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I already had a clear picture in my mind that I was gonna have money, I was gonna travel,
I
I
got
was
you.
gonna be able to take care of my
So
family.
you already had
the legacy.
seen it. You just had to channel it into a different direction.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a lot of times I tell people like a lot of times why we can't see the vision because we're not around people who's visionary. And so a lot of times we get stuck into this. And one thing about me, when everybody go right, I go left. And I've been like that. And that's why I've been job free for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when everybody go right, I'm automatically cutting left.
Yeah.
Because I feel like where the masses go, there's no real success. You know what I'm saying? And some of us are trendsetters versus following the trend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's what makes the big difference. So, what have been some of the biggest changes you've seen because I know you talked about the app, how much money you need. You know what I'm saying? So, what's the direction of how you're gonna get there though?
We're already working on the app. The app
Okay.
is about 90% done.
Okay.
So the whole purpose, when I first started JetQuest, like I said, I had just came out of being in that other company.
I got you.
This is a multi-billion-dollar company with millions of people as a part of their platform.
Okay.
And they had already built the app too. And there was a membership attached to that. And there was a community on the app. There was a reward program. So I saw everything they did. And about 80% of the concept of JetQuest comes from that company. 100%. But there was a lot of things that I saw that they did do that I would not do.
Okay.
And there was a lot of things that they were not doing that I was like, we need to add.
I got you.
And that's kind of like how I came up with the whole concept of JetQuest. And from the day I started JetQuest, I had the app in mind. If you ever built the app, especially before AI, you know it's hella expensive.
Hell of expensive.
Right? And not just that, you want really talented people doing it. But everybody who's building the app wants really talented people.
Of course.
You know, so long story short, I had to figure out a way to build the brand, build the company, generate revenue, and create traction before we could build the app. Because I can still go to venture capitalists or engineer who could build it if I have leverage, if I got
That's
results.
true.
Like,
That's
okay,
true.
look, our company's already big. We already did this many trips. We already have customers. We're making money. As soon as we're done with the app, this is what that looks like to go get investors, and then I can put you on salary. I can have equity for you. So you just have more things that you can negotiate with.
That's true.
But you gotta still be able to sell a vision. That's
So this is my thing for people like yourself. That's really like, I call y'all like ingenuity. Y'all like already see some things, and it's hard for people because you tell somebody about a vision. Even when after COVID, is when I opened my studio. I was on the north side of Houston. My friend said,
sorry about that.
That's what. Hey, we found a cheap building over there.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm sure it was cheap.
It was super cheap because guess what? We was in Guns Point. So
Yeah.
But I still brought a lot of business over there.
Right.
Because it's just
you got good work.
My mentality. Yeah.
Will come. Yeah.
Yeah. So but then we moved to this area. But I said it because when I told my friends about opening up a content creation studio, guess what they said? Bro, what's that?
They said, "What's that?
What's that, bro? What you doing with that?" Well,
I didn't see it.
Who going? So now they look up. They say, "Damn, you have to over 300 people build a website."
Oh, y'all do websites too?
We do websites, funnels, everything. Let's check this out. Check this out. At 5,000 a pop. So you do the math. Anyways, I tell people this all the time. I say, so I tell people this all the time. I'm like, bro, just because they don't see it and you see it, it's not for them to see it though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even when I wrote my book, they was like, bro, you writing a book? I'm like, yeah, I'm just taking my ideals and put it in the book. And I'm gonna just keep it consistent.
Just documenting.
And so I think a lot of times we gotta see it. So I have a word game I want to play. And this word game is to ask you, I'm gonna say the word, I'm gonna tell you the acronym of the word, and I want to know what you think about it.
You're gonna tell me a word, and then you want me to tell you
No, I'm gonna tell you the acronym.
Okay.
And you tell me the mindset behind it when you hear it.
All right.
Number 1, pour. Passing over opportunity repeatedly. What do it mean to you?
Being fearful and not taking a quick second to remove emotion from your decision-making process before you act.
Number 2, money. Acronym. Momentarily owned, not externally yours. What do that mean to you?
Currency. In the sense of like a current that flows.
Gotcha.
Like water.
Gotcha.
Like you said, it's moving.
Yeah.
It's nonstop moving. Money doesn't work unless it's always moving.
Rich. Residual income creates happiness. What do that mean to you?
I mean, it's an energy as well. Like it's an energy. Like when you create lots of value, if you create residual value for somebody, you'll get residual return on that.
That's true.
So
That's true.
It's an energy of giving value and getting value.
Hope. Help other people excel. What do that mean to you?
Really the same thing. It's giving value, like in hope and ideas. Like I don't know if you ever seen the movie V for Vendetta, but he said behind this mask is an idea. You never seen V for Vendetta?
I don't know. I don't think I have. I need to go see
the
it.
People on here, they seen it.
Okay.
But he said it was a dude who's like a revolutionary.
Oh, it had the mask on? Yeah, y'all seen it. Yeah.
Behind this mask is an idea. And like bullets can't kill an idea.
Come on.
But ideas give people hope. They give people a picture that they can follow. They give people a vision. So that's what I think about that.
So give us some lessons that you've been learning about building this app. Like what's some lessons that you kind of apply into your life when it comes to like when you started building this app out versus where you at today? Because I know you started
just the app or the business.
The business part, like just getting started and be like, damn, I gotta face these bumps and these roads, and it's a lot. And a lot of people don't know. That's why people give up entrepreneurship because they're not willing to go through the grind.
You're gonna die doing this. You're going to be reborn as a different person.
Come on.
To get what you really want.
Come on.
Not to get to the part where if you set a goal and you kind of here, that means you didn't die.
That's true.
To me. I feel like I'm going through that right now. I feel like it's been a year or so process where an older version of myself has been, just literally being shed. But you everything about you that's weak is gonna get exposed.
Yes.
And you got an opportunity to fix it, get better, change your circle, change your thought process, change your disciplines, put more clarity on your vision, up your work ethic. Like everything about you has to get better. Obviously financially, there's still stuff
that's everybody.
We all know people who are successful financially who aren't successful in other areas.
Yeah.
But those get exposed. Like we see it on the news. So yeah, for me, it's been things like very specific lessons that I've learned in business is like working as a startup. is all about delayed gratification. And it's really like 3 or 4 businesses in one, because
Yeah.
with this, as a startup, you have to learn venture capital.
True.
That's a game in itself.
Mm-hmm.
As a startup, I have to learn technology. That is a game in itself.
That's true.
Actually learning how to build the app and create the software that is going to make us scale.
That's true.
And then we're running a travel business. So that is one in itself. And then me as the founder, I have to learn how to product and manage all these things and these people while still marketing, building a brand, and then eventually duplicating. So it's
a lot.
It's a lot. But I asked for a lot.
Yeah.
I want a lot out of life.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here and not try for the grandest thing that I can think of. So for
Mhm.
me, it's like, I don't want to say get rich or die trying. It's just like, I'm just going to always be working towards the biggest version of myself that I can. It's not even about the company. It is,
Yeah.
but it's like, I know I'm gonna become the best version of me, just attempting to make this happen.
And my biggest thing is I tell people die empty. So
Yeah,
don't
Nipsey
die.
said it.
Yeah, don't die full. A lot of times we tend to want to like leave, like you don't want to take risks because you feel like you're gonna fail. But to me, failures is a part of every L I took was a lesson. And so now when I tell people, I'm like, man, I go to other studios just to see what they got cooking, just to see. And I
When
realized
they're snapping pictures, stealing niggas' ideas.
nah, ideals, because I already got my own vision. I
No,
already
I'm fucking with
my plan already drove out. But I'm
Yeah.
saying I like to see, because I noticed in Houston, it's a
Mhm.
lot of studios. The quality, the content ain't that good.
Nah,
The content is so blurry. It's so I'm not, and people
we
are
went through a couple.
people are paying for that.
Yeah.
That last video y'all did, because I seen y'all do one about 2 months ago on a couch with a
Mhm.
guy. That was decent.
Pause. Yeah, the quality was a little up and down.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
But that last one,
Yeah.
hey,
Better
that
quality.
was fire.
Yeah. For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying?
And that, we had to change it, and
Yeah.
you know, shout out to both of them, because both great people. But
Yeah, yeah.
the other one, I don't think they was prepared to have the quality that we was really looking for.
Mm-hmm. Most people not.
So yeah, it's not just that, but the fact that, you know, you got 3 cameras, but I'm sure you got a 4th.
I got 8.
You got 8. So like, you're able to do a podcast with if we have 2 hosts.
Yep.
And then we have 2 co-hosts. Most people can't handle that.
Yeah, that's true.
Now you out of there.
Yeah.
Everybody can't have their own individual camera plus the group camera.
Yeah.
And that automatically brings quality down, especially if
Yeah.
you want to promote it using short clips.
And people, and I don't, and me, I know every studio. They know me personally. And I tell them all the time, get better, I'm gonna take all your customers. And I just tell them, I'm all about, hey, I'm competitive, bro.
You gotta be.
Everybody, I'm not I stand alone, bro. I stand on, and I said, you know, I stand alone. These 35 podcasters that come here, they love me. They know what we can deliver. We do. I got 2 NFL players right now. I'm streaming.
While you do the podcast, they also.
So they're at their house interviewing other NFL players, and I'm streaming it here. I create their whole show for them.
Okay.
So that's what I'm on.
Yeah.
That's why the competition, and I tell studio straight up, get better. I'm gonna take all your customers, because we building a 10,000 square foot building soon.
Got to.
And it is what it is. It's like, but these people, they use the same A10 Mini, which is that little switcher.
Okay.
Which is condense your content to 1080p.
Okay.
Versus I'm recording in 6K right now.
Quality 10.
So you don't see the difference. But I say that because I'm a competitive individual, and me and my wife, I build an exclusive studio.
Mm-hmm.
It's appointment based set. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people this all the time. You don't have to be where the masses at when you build something. It's like church. When you build church, people come to the church. 99% not because they like the pastor, and they like the way the church moving. So any building you build, 700 something studios in Houston.
Yeah.
So how do I outshine them? Quality, turnaround, and good editors,
service,
and price. You know?
Multiple things. Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, let's talk about this, which I think is very important though. That if somebody wanted to start a business, say they 18, 19, I don't know your age though. I don't know if you want to say
33.
your age. You 33, okay. So you 33. So you got an 18, 19, 21-year-old trying to start a business. What kind of advice you want to give them? Because, you know, you've been there, so.
Man, you got to have self-awareness.
Okay.
I think that's first. I'm a huge risk taker.
Me too.
I can live in a very volatile environment,
Me too.
and that affects you in a lot of ways. Like, that's not
do.
healthy for a lot of people.
It do.
Dating in that environment can be very hard.
Too.
Trying to, you might let a lot of people down
It
in
do.
that time because they don't see why you're doing this wild shit you're doing or taking the risk that you're taking, or like you might be up 1 month and the next month like you need help or you down. Like it's that's number one. You got to
Telling
know
you.
what you're willing to actually go through.
Mm.
And the only way you could truly kind of know it is you got to jump off the porch first.
Ooh.
So I would even take it a step back and say, don't be scared to take a first step, whatever it is you're looking for. Yeah, it's such a key question.
It's tough because I met my wife 11 years ago. We've been married 8. I was already off the porch. And she was like, man, this guy. I'm already a person. Like, if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to go alone. Because I feel like if I can go alone and build the foundation, it's easier for me to bring people with me. Some people like to bring people with them while they're going along, and these people dragging them back.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to build it, that's how I've been editing videos for 27 years. So now the editors come in, they're like, damn, do you know I know every app out there.
Yeah.
Do you know how to color grade? Do you know these are the things you got to do when it comes to video?
Right.
Oh my God, okay. But I'm teaching them, but I'm not, to me, when somebody work for me, before they even work for me, they got to work for me for 3 months for free.
Yeah.
Because I need to see your work ethic, and then I'll hire you.
Right.
I don't just say, okay, man, you hire. I think you're good at what you do.
Right. Nah, and to finish that too, on top of the having a self-awareness, you got to personally develop.
Yes.
It's really like 2 things. You have to personally develop and then find people that you want to follow.
Yeah.
Add some type of value to them and find a way to get inside their camp, get around them more. Follow people who are having the success that you barely think you can attain. If that's even a thing for you, if you feel like you could do anything on the moon, then just find other people who think like that and already on the moon. But I think if you're 18, that will help you shape, because half people who are 18 don't know what they want to do.
That's true.
But yeah, you gotta be self-aware. If you know that you're fearful, you gotta get around non-fearful people.
Yeah.
You need to go to the gyms where the dudes walk around with no shirt on and his baddies in there. You need to go to the Post Oak and hang around there. If you like to drink on the weekends, go drink at the Post Oak and have a drink there and see the kind of people who's in there, network in that room. You got to get around people who change your thought process slowly but surely. Is no better learning mechanism than mirroring somebody who's already winning.
Yeah, and so I think that's important. Like me, I read over 1,300 books. So now I'm not even in the reading mode no more. I'm in the studying mode. So now I like to study books, not read them.
Right.
So when I was first reading Think and Grow Rich, I understand the Rich Dad Poor Dad, the Magic Compound Recruiting. I mean, all these books that they tell you need to be reading, I didn't read them. All right, The Slight Edge. I mean, the list goes on. But now I'm in writing my own books and I'm in study mode. So when we get off here, I'll show you I'm building every day. I should build 2 or 3 systems and processes of things that I'm doing to build my brand. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, okay, this is what a funnel can do. This is this kind of offer. So like these are the things that mentally I'm building for myself that I'm already going through. And to take what other people see. When I see the Alex Humozis, I see ClickFunnels, all these people, you take what they see and be like, okay, that's what they got going on when you already been running your own play. So it's good to see, but at the same time, that if you don't implement it, you just seeing.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I mean, it's the same with like everything. People go watch a YouTube video on some motivational shit and then never act on it.
That's true.
Watch a movie about successful people and never actually do it or take a risk or start. Starting is the main thing, and if you're already on something and you can't take one piece. Like one thing I just recently did, like I said, we're using AI to partially build a good chunk of our app.
You should.
I use AI on everyday basis, but I'm like, what other stuff can I learn more with AI? So I had ChatGPT draw up a whole basically 90 to 120 day curriculum for me to, 1, learn how to build AI agents, 2, learn how to code using no code AI tools.
Come on.
3, more VC AI and marketing books that I need to read over the next 90 to 120 days, and a couple other things that I asked them to do with like small tasks that I could complete in 45 minutes every day.
I love it.
So it broke it down. But it's like, I know I'm doing so much shit already. I'm not going to create this 4 hour a day course.
No.
I'm not going to be able to do it. But if I could do something,
Yes.
I'm gonna already be reading. I'm gonna study these things. I'm gonna watch a video, and then what's some one thing I can go in there
I
and
can
do in 45
implement.
minutes.
Yeah.
And that's what I did, and make it realistic for myself. Like, I think most people aren't as busy as me, so they could definitely do something like that for an hour or two a day. And if you're 18, that's the type of shit you should do for
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
You need to travel for sure. I forgot to throw that in there. You need to travel and see,
So.
because just your perspective on yourself, your self-awareness will grow and become different by traveling, because you're gonna see different, especially if you're black. If you're young and black as a young man, you're gonna see the world look at you a different way depending on
What
city
country you
or country
in?
you go
Yeah.
to, right? And it's gonna change your perspective on your culture. You're gonna see black people in South America that speak Spanish. You're gonna see black people in Spain that speak Spanish. You're gonna see black people from Africa if you go visit wherever, like Nigerians, Senegalese people, all these people from around the world that's sitting in different corners of the place. And also you're gonna see thought processes that you grew up with that other people don't even understand, because their country gave them a completely different version of what really happened in history.
Yeah.
And you gonna see they news is telling them wild shit about what's happening in America the same way our news is telling us wild shit about what's happening in their country.
Yeah.
So you just, your mind gets open so much. And last thing I'll say about traveling is, at a certain point, you really can't go back to living the same way, because if you've experienced a good time and a high quality of experience while traveling, where you was able to be stress-free, see beautiful women, live on the beach,
Yeah.
eat quality food for the low,
Might not come back.
you want to find a way to stay. At least,
That's
you
true.
might not have it right then, but
Yeah.
you start thinking like, I seen people on a laptop that wasn't in no rush out here. That mean they probably stay here. Like, what are they doing? And you start getting creative. You start wanting to figure that out. And yeah, I think traveling is a huge part of that.
And to say this, that my wife jumped off the porch once she realized I was off the porch. You know what I'm saying?
So were you already having, like, was y'all already making money?
Yeah, I was hustling network marketing. I got my little side business on
What
the
company?
side. Prepaid legal.
Okay, I heard it.
I killed it, man. I used to love prepaid legal. You know what I'm saying?
Prepaid legal. But
Yeah.
I know about them.
Yeah. Also too, I always did videos, like for other, like right
You
now.
was already doing videos.
Yeah. Right now I got like 8 real estate agents. They pay every month, anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 a month.
The residual man.
Hey,
You took that with you, huh?
no, that's one thing that I have really built, because I understand two things. You got two types of customers. You got the customers that say, "I'm gonna do it myself." You got the customers that say, "Hey, bro, you can do it. How much?
Take care of it.
Just do it. At this day, meet me at my real estate property. Come film the videos, and then send it back. Upload it, post it for me at these days." It's another. And I try to tell people, it's like, what? I'm like, bro, it's two types of customers.
People who think about price first and people who think about time.
The people, the real estate agents I'm dealing with right now, I'm gonna show you some of them. They building communities and they black. They building multiple duplex, 80 home communities. They building it right here. And they're my clients because they trust me. They love the quality of content. They love the vision I already come in with. I go to their property with the teleprompter. The teleprompter over here, ready to roll.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All I got to do is click, click, click. They making their videos.
No, for sure.
So we on another, but guess what happened? They started telling more people. Then that's how the podcast is happening.
Good work.
The good work. It keep going. So I'm going to throw you alley hoop. Any question you want to ask me?
Man, I don't know nothing about you. So obviously from what you're telling me, so you say you did network marketing, you was in prepaid legal. So I guess, how much did you make in your lifetime in the business?
About 2.3 mil.
Yeah. And how long was that?
Man, it's about a 12-year span.
Okay. So you started that like fresh out of high school type of deal.
Well, no. So my first couple years out of high school, I was just trying to find my way. I started a video game company, couldn't figure it out. My family they ain't helping me. I need help. please help.
Right.
They told me, nope, go to work. So I started working at the railroad. All right. Now I realized, like, man, I'm not happy here, but I got skills. I went to school for 3D animation graphic design. I got an associate's degree. That's all I got. I was like, man, I can take my skills and start helping people with my skills.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when I got on the path of, okay, I'm gonna be a video guy for a second.
Oh, the video game.
No. Videography.
Be a video guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm shooting content for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I started shooting content, then I realized, like, man, you know what? I started charging people monthly. This was like, I'm 45 right now. This was like, I was about 34.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized, like, damn, I can start charging people. But see, it's your belief though. Because at first, I'm asking people, hey, you think, I don't really know. I don't know if I can pay for that. You know what? I ain't meet the right people. Now when I met the right people, it's like they willing
That's
to pay.
like doing the same thing with traveling. Like you'll have people who, when I first started JetQuest, our first ever trip was $800 for everything.
Come
This
on.
was the biggest mistake I ever made. We did an all-inclusive trip to Colombia. It was $800
Per person?
per person. And I let them do a payment plan. So people was breaking up 4 payments of $200.
Yeah.
And like, you can't make it any easier than that.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we
yeah,
had
yeah.
45 people who came. I remember I purchased, first of all, you don't know, this is your first ever trip, your first ever business, experience outside of being a part of a bigger company. I had no idea about the miscellaneous shit that would happen that we didn't have control over, couldn't foresee, that would cost a lot of money. Also didn't think about how much alcohol 45 people actually drink on a vacation.
Crazy
You
work.
get what I'm saying? Like I bought what I thought was 4 days of alcohol.
And it wasn't enough.
It was gone 6 hours into the first day. You get what I'm saying? Like, so these are just things that, you had to learn.
Yeah.
And you have people who complain about certain stuff. They're like, yo, the alcohol gone. It's like, even wording, like in the future experience, like I would say alcohol provided, not all inclusive.
I like it. I like
okay, we're gonna give y'all a certain amount of alcohol every day. Once that's gone daily, get your own. Get the rest.
Yeah. But that's things you have to learn in the process, though.
You had to learn. I'm thinking like, we'll throw some liquor in the fridge every day. Like, it's all good. No, bro. How you deliver.
Yeah.
What's it called? Your expectation versus reality.
Yeah,
you have to be super clear, not just for the customer, but legally. You could be liable for some shit and not really understand the repercussions of that because you weren't clear on the reality.
So you let all these people drink this stuff, and then something happened. They're like, "What's your fault?" Pretty much.
Yeah, that too. Or somebody say, hey, well, I bought this trip thinking it was all inclusive and I got there and they didn't have more liquor. So I ended up making some stuff shake, and I had business partners are like, hey, throw me this. We got to go get more liquor for the next 5 days. We got to do all these things. But it's all a learning process.
Of course.
The whole pricing and stuff, like you said, you want the customer who you say, hey, look, it's going to be 3 bands and it's going to be additional for this,
and they like, cool.
You add all the add-ons that make their experience simple, and they're like, bet, because I don't want to have to think.
Yes,
I don't want to have to do the work.
So that's why I love my studio, because 90%, matter of fact, 99% they walk in here, we shoot, they leave, we send it back to them.
Yeah,
because they don't want to be a part of. Most of them say, man, I went to the other studio, they just got a room, they don't do no editing, man. I don't want to do it. I don't want to use Opus. I just don't want to use these.
How many clips do y'all?
We do 2 per person. We do 2 per person on the thing. If they want extra, we can do extra too.
Like short clips, you mean?
Yeah, like short. Like 60 seconds. I cut them out.
Whole podcast.
You do a 1 hour
person who's on. You give them 2 short clips.
I give them 2 short clips,
and
then
saying something.
we create the thumbnail, and we create the whole show.
It's pretty damn good.
You know what I'm saying? We create the whole show, and it's hard. And the thing about it is, people be unbelievable. They be like, bro, that quality of content. And I'm gonna show you I worked hard to get to 6K.
How many cameras I have on? We got this camera. You got one. I got one.
Yeah, and that's it.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Nah, that's pretty good. That's pretty solid.
Yeah. And so I try to keep it. My thing is, and this is what God. That's why I like to pray about a lot of stuff too. God said, never charge more than a car note.
God told you that?
Personally, for a podcaster.
When did he say that? God or God?
God.
Oh.
G-O-D. G-O-D.
I was like, who's the guy?
No. God.
Okay.
I prayed about it, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, God, I want to make sure it's feasible for people. So we have 2 price points, which is They want to use the LED screen, they pay $485. They want to do the regular podcast, they pay $385.
What's the regular? It just doesn't have an LED
Yeah,
screen?
well, we moved this wall. We got a black side and a
Oh,
white
put the wall in
side.
there. Got you.
We hang up all the stuff, and then boom, like they actually build their show out.
Yeah.
Because I hate podcasts, and this is one of my pet peeves. I hate podcast studios that I know where you podcasting at. I hate it.
Like you know that building?
I know the Hive. I know all the main studios in Houston. I know when people go in those podcast rooms.
Yeah, basically, because it's being overused.
If it's being overused and stuff stuck on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally,
for everybody's.
Yeah, me personally, I like to. Everybody, if you notice, we like to. They hang up there. They get signs. They hang. We build out their show. That's the beauty of it.
Because you could do stuff right there.
Right there. And then you remember on this wall right here, this side black, the other side white, there's nails on the wall. So they hang out,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they hang like last night we had sports podcasters. They hang they Rockets jerseys, they put the shelf, they built it out.
Yeah.
So like that, we want to make it different. You know what I'm saying? It's just my pet peeve. I'm like, bro, if you're gonna do a podcast and you really serious, build your show out. Don't just I'm gonna sit down and talk. I'm gonna invite people to my show. I'm like, make it intimate. Put your brand, put a coffee cup with your brand right here.
Yeah.
Build it out. Put your sign up with your build your stuff out.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta have a clear vision and just
you
not
gotta have
starting.
I
wanna get into that about kind of what we're doing, and we can talk about how your bigger plan is with the podcast and everything too. But I want to go into like what our vision is with JetQuest.
Mm-hmm. So talk about that a little bit, because I see both of y'all. Don't tell me his name. Last name Cooper, huh?
Yeah, Shaquille.
Okay. I reached out to him too, maybe about a year ago.
Oh, for real?
And he was like, "Oh yeah, man, let me get with you." And then I kind of forgot. I'm very consistent about following up, because you gotta know I did over 500 podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
So like I meet a lot of people. Me and my wife got a podcast called One Marriage, Two Hustlers.
Okay.
And we talk about marriage, hustling, what we doing, stuff like that. So when you see OM2H, that stands for One Marriage, Number Two Hustlers, Creative Studios. So it's our studio.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So, but tell me about that vision. So what made y'all want to start?
So Shaquille is not a partner with me on JetQuest.
I know.
He's a partner with the Jet Lounge.
I got you. I love it.
With my team over at JetQuest, the main thing is we're in phases of the business.
Okay.
So phase 1 of JetQuest is where we are right now.
Okay.
Building out trip by trip, organic, non-paid advertisement, and building the app.
I like that.
And also bringing in our first other host. I've hosted almost every trip. We just had another host. She hosted the last 2 trips, and she did an amazing job. So now I'm removing myself from the traveling side. So I have to focus on building the company. So transitioning to phase 2 is really moving more into the tech space, where we're a real tech startup.
I got you.
So that's us running the business on the app.
Mm-hmm.
Having these hosts being able to create their own profiles. Everybody who's on the app create their own profile.
I like it.
Actually raising our first venture capital money, private equity money, and having a couple angel investors, and really being able to have this. Essentially, phase 2 is a testing phase.
I like it.
To get to phase 3, which is when we're going to open the app to the public. So
I like having your own profile though, because that means that I can go, but I can see other people too.
Yeah, it's all
that
about
I can communicate. There we go.
It's all about community. So the whole phase 3, essentially, our app is going to be like Airbnb, but for group travel. So the same way that you can travel, or the same way that a host can rent their apartment or house out on Airbnb, and Airbnb makes it easy and streamlined to do that, our app is going to make it easy for people who do group trips to run their business. AI is going to help them automate the whole trip planning, trip creation process. AI will help them manage.
So I have a question. A question, because we got married in Jamaica in 2018.
All right.
50 people went with us. These same 50 people saying, "Man, when y'all gonna do another trip?" So can I go to the app, go to your app, and be like, "Hey guys, y'all gotta, I'm pay you. I know I gotta pay you to get involved in the app."
No, you don't gotta pay. You just set up an account.
Okay.
So when the app is in phase 3.
Okay. Explain that, because I'm.
Yeah, when the app is in phase 3, like right now, do you have to pay to create an Airbnb profile? No, you just make one.
Yeah.
And then if you want to rent your house out, you just upload the pictures and the stuff.
I got
so
you.
the same way you can do that, on JetQuest app, you would apply to become a host. You
Okay.
get accepted. You put together your trip, whether you're a business, you're just trying to do a one-off family reunion trip,
I got you.
destination wedding. I do fishing trips with my boys every year.
Okay.
Whatever the trip experience you're putting together,
Okay.
you can do it on our app once you get accepted as a host.
I got
Pretty much anybody will get accepted. You're gonna have guidelines on how you can do it. AI will help you and prevent you from doing stuff that'll sabotage you and sabotage your business.
I got
There's
you.
so many things that can go wrong with group travel, which is why a lot of banks and payment processor companies label it as high risk. This is also something that we're addressing by building the app, because most people can't even run that business because the first 2 times they have a chargeback, their account gets shut down.
Yeah, because I see this girl, she was I don't know if you've seen it, she went to jail, getting on the ship. She was getting on the ship. She paid $3,000. She got her money back. She tried to still go on the trip on the ship.
On a cruise?
On the cruise. They told her fraud. They took her to jail. I was like, why would you get your money back and still try to go?
Why would you do it before? Like, if you're going, why would you do it?
That's
before?
crazy work.
That's so stupid.
That's crazy. I said, oh my, it blew me away. I'm like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I guess she must didn't think they was gonna catch it.
She was an idiot.
They called it though. They was like, oh, they took her to jail. I was like,
you supposed to, if you're that stupid and you're gonna try to steal from a cruise company, you should have tried to do that after you took the cruise already.
Yeah. So what's your feelings on Houston, man? How you feel about the people in Houston?
I'm from Houston, bro. I'm born and raised in Houston.
Okay, what side? What side of town?
I grew up in A-Leaf until like junior high school, and
Okay.
I moved to Pearland. So I went to high school in Pearland. I went to Dawson High School.
Okay. I'm from Baytown, so.
Okay. Yeah. Out the way.
Still, it's out the way, but I was in Houston at 16 at the club.
Got you. Downtown, huh?
Yeah, Jamaica, Coco Loco.
I know Coco Loco. I remember Coco Loco.
Yeah, so all of Metropolis.
I never did Metropolis.
Yeah, so like, all right, so.
But yeah, I love Houston, man. I'm born and raised from here. You know, I grew up, going downtown to the YMCA to hoop all the time.
Okay.
A lot of my best friends, like, we would all play ball at different leagues. We played AAU growing up, watching like Tommy Mason Griffin. Like, that was a crazy time. All the different people who, like my boy Joe Young, watching Yates around that time. We graduated the same year, but like, just basketball around the time when I grew up was like, this shit was really special. But I think Houston is also a city where it's one of the most diverse cities in the world.
It really is.
We got some of the most beautiful women in the world. And it's a big entrepreneurial city. Depending on what you're doing, it's not really a tech startup city yet.
Yeah, not yet.
That is
they
starting
trying
to develop. I'm in all the spaces where the people who are in tech are at, but the main thing that needs to happen for Houston to become that is there needs to be investors for early stage companies. If you go to Miami, Boston, the Bay, New York, these places have lots of early stage funding because they understand these are people who come in there with honestly just the idea.
Come on.
A clearly thought out idea. They get the money and they're able to start to build the idea. Nobody's made any money yet.
Come on.
Money is only being spent. And this might be a 3-year process until the first dollar is even generated. Not profit, first dollar, revenue. So in Houston, they don't understand that concept because we have oil and gas.
A lot of oil and gas.
Medical, and we have energy. These are things that will give you a 5 to 10x return in 2 to 5 years. Tech is something where you really shouldn't expect a return for 5 to 10 years, but you're expecting 10 to 25 to possibly 50x return.
And I think my biggest thing, because I want to build the studio we building. I want it to be tech friendly. Number one. Number two is I want to give what a lot of studios in Houston don't have. There's like a teaching studio. So like you go inside of there and
teaching how to use AI to edit, how to do this,
all that, and then you can record everything for you while you're in there. You can be on live. You can go live. Like,
does that exist? I don't think that exists in Houston.
It's not. It's in North Carolina, only place.
Really?
I'm finna bring it. I'm finna bring it here.
Yeah.
Cause I help a lot of people though build their brand, coaching. I can show you all the websites we didn't build out for real estate agents, influencers, just people who just trying to build their brand.
Right.
And which is important. I think that, like you said, we got to be in front of it. And I think what's crazy is I have some young podcasters that come here, they don't even use AI. I'm like, bro, y'all not that smart. Bro, Bro, I'm 45. I use AI. I'm telling you every day.
Every day.
And I don't even type. I talk to chat. I talk to it. It do it. I tell it what to do. It types it all up. And then I implement it in my, no. They like, I mean, I'm like, bro, y'all not that smart.
You're getting left behind.
Bro, and they young. I'm like, you would think the old people, these are 22, 23.
I put my mom on ChatGPT. It might have been 2 years ago when it first came out. She's been using it ever since. She be using it up at her job.
I love
I
it.
think she a genius, which my mom is super smart, but like it's taking you to another level. It's like
supposed
every
to.
other tool we've ever used.
Come on.
It makes you better.
Makes you better.
It makes your output higher. Whatever it is you're doing, it makes it clearer, more efficient, all of that. So
all right, so before we get out of here, I got a couple more questions. So give us some principles that you think people should have as an entrepreneur to keep them disciplined. Like, what are some principles that you live by?
I was going to say discipline is one of the principles.
Okay, well, discipline, but give us two more that you live by, you personally. Because it might help somebody else. They might watch the video and be like, okay, because somebody going to see you and resonate with you.
Your teachability. Teachability index.
Okay.
Like, how coachable and teachable are you?
I like that.
Are you able to be given new information and act on it and change things and adapt?
Come on.
Able to learn.
Come on.
Coachability and teachability. Can somebody give you information? I put those as one.
I like it.
And that's like a very deep topic. You can go into that for days.
Yeah. Which is good. And I really tell people, as long as you're 2 steps ahead of somebody, you should be teaching something.
Yeah.
So your IP address with your intellectual property, you should have a website up. We can go to WhyNowIsYourTime.com. That's my brand, my website. You're going to see everything.
My man going to throw a shameless plug every time.
You're going to see it because it's important, though.
No, 100%. And going back to the coachability is like it's kind of like what I said earlier, like being able to accept information without applying emotion to it immediately and decipher it and apply it where you see fit, and paying attention to who's giving you the information.
Come on.
Pay attention to how it's being given to you, what's the purpose of it, and apply it where it applies. But coachability, teachability, I would say delayed gratification for sure, which goes into discipline. And it's a mix, like delayed gratification, urgency, and discipline. You got to have patience attached to your urgency.
I like that.
Because if you're not acting as if you have to do something now, but at the same time not expecting it to happen immediately once you do your part, it's going to be a long road for you. And the last thing I'll just probably say is, let's say delayed gratification, urgency,
and discipline.
The discipline, you put all those in one. But yeah, you can throw all those together.
No, and I say that because the vision of Why Now Is Your Time was birthed in 1999.
Okay.
So it was birthed. Like, I thought about it. I was 19 years old, and I was like, man, why now is your time? Why now is your time? And then 3 principles. Like,
right now or why now?
No, why now is your time. Right here. Why now is your time.
Okay.
So the vision was birthed because I said 3 things you should live by: life, brand, legacy. So you should design the life you want. You should create the brand you deserve, and you should leave your legacy.
Yeah.
And so that's what the Why Now Is Your Time was.
That was the last thing I was gonna say is the why.
Yes.
You gotta focus on the why, and so many people focus on the how. That goes into legacy. You know, if you have a big reason why you're doing something and a big enough goal that you're trying to get to, this will be pushing you forward and that will be pulling you forward.
You know the acronym? You heard the acronym of why? The why acronym.
Give it to me. Pause.
What's hurting you?
Well, I think it's bigger than that.
Well, what's hurting you, because what's hurting you is what's fueling you. So, like, for instance, if I grew up in poverty, so my mom was on food stamps.
Let me cut you off.
Go ahead.
Because I think yes, you're absolutely right. But at the same time, it's also bigger than that. Because
talk to me.
You don't have to have a traumatic situation.
No, you don't.
To push you.
You don't.
Like, I could just say, I want to take my mom on vacation.
Yes.
I want to retire my mom. I want to give my mom luxury. That's not fueled in pain. But you could also be like, I grew up in poverty. I want to get my mom out of poverty. So that is why it's hurting you. But I think it's bigger than that because also, like I said, it's what's in front of you.
That's true.
I want my grandchildren to have if they have an idea, I want them to be able to go to the family trust fund and pull out $100K.
Yes, easy.
That's not what's hurting me. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's that plus more, and that's probably something more so attached to us as Black people too, if we being honest.
Yeah, and I think too is, as a business owner and as a full-time entrepreneur, which I'm a check writer, is we can't lose focus or lose our competitive edge. I think a lot of times, because over the last 10 years, people had came to me and say, hey man, we should do collaboration. But when they come with the collaboration, they bring in nothing. And so like me, I'm like, I'm not going to collaborate with you.
Well, you know, that's just a lack of knowledge, bro. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes it's ignorance. You got people who are excited and see what you're doing, and I've had that. And
How you feel about it?
It was a learning curve because you have people who are excited. You know that you can't go far alone, so
That's
you
true.
know that you need people.
Yeah, so
and people excited to they seem excited to help.
Yeah.
But when actual work is required to get done,
come on,
they're either giving half-ass work, late work, slow work, or just not good work altogether.
And so if I say, if you build the foundation, remember earlier, I said, if you build the foundation yourself first.
You have to.
And then you bring people in.
I did. I tried to jump off the porch with more people soon. That's a big mistake that I did. And even like we in my 5th year now, like there's still some people who like remnants of shit that they did wrong in the business and stuff that I have to fix. And you know, you're never gonna be perfect, but you have to build something foundation very solid before you start grabbing other people.
Yeah.
And if you're grabbing other people, make sure they're A players. You might get lucky and find a A player to start with you, but make sure it's an A player and make sure they're all in.
And I hate to put my business out there, but I'm gonna tell you this: I had to fire somebody recently because I was training the competition. So basically, I'm training you what you don't know, and then you get the information and try to take my customers, bro.
So he hit you with one of your own moves. He said, "If you better get better, I'm."
No, but before but the thing is, I've been already me though.
Right.
I taught him.
Right. Somebody had to teach you though.
I know, but I never.
I'm saying this.
But I never did. Yeah, I never did that to nobody though.
That you taught or that taught you.
Yeah, I never said, "Oh, let me just take your spot." I don't do that. I don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I always came into the mindset of like, I believe God. If you just be honest with people and you be direct with them, and you
he direct or he was sneakily trying to take people?
Sneakily.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like.
But that goes into the game, man.
I mean, I'm with the game, but I mean, I have to work with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to work with you though.
In competition, it's people doing it the good way, the bad way, behind your back way.
Yeah.
And you know, that's part of business.
That's part of business.
I literally have somebody who we did business with, not as an employee, but more so as a partnership.
Yeah.
And we signed a contract with them where they gave us some projections on what they could do. And it looked really, really good.
Yeah.
It looked really good. In fact, they oversold the hell out of us on what they could do. We only went to them for this one specific thing. It's like, they saw what we were doing, like, we can actually do this, this, and that. We can help you with the app. We can do this. The person didn't produce the app. They built the website that was bad. It didn't work. People couldn't get bookings. People lost money using their website. People couldn't go it was a lot. So at a certain point, I just said, hey man, let's call this a quits. Like, cause y'all are putting in work and you're not making nothing off of us yet. And we're losing money. Like you low key are running our business to the ground.
So imagine if you paying somebody.
Wait. And the last, like this person literally started his best ever
work. He duplicated it.
No, he started a smear campaign against the whole company.
Oh, wow.
So this is the crazy shit, but that all goes back to me. One, I could have done way more to set more of a foundation before I needed any kind of help.
I like that.
So I got to take accountability on that, but also like legally, always have contracts. If we wouldn't have had a contract, like we have a contract that clearly stated, if you do not hit the projections that you gave us, we don't owe equity,
nothing,
profit share, or compensation of any kind to blankety blank company.
So we do have a non-compete contract when people work with us.
So he broke the non-compete.
He broke it.
But people don't care, bro.
I know. That's why
I don't understand that it costs money to sue. And a lot of times people who do understand that know, like, you're not finna waste 5 bands to come after me.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate, but you know, this person just know.
But if I'm paying you $20 an hour, I'm paying you for 3 months, $20 an hour, and you just secretly
It's a dirty game sometimes.
Which is cool.
I'll tell you
Which
this.
is cool. It's cool. I ain't tripping.
But I'll tell you this: like we're around the corner from getting funded.
Yes.
If you have the money, bro, sometimes it's worth the suing because it's good for your name and your brand. Like we're gonna 100% do that. We already taken legal actions on that, but you gotta sometimes put people in the dirt and let them know they can't mess with you in the most legal and organized way. Because it is war. It's a battle.
It's a war.
And even if that just means continuing to shit on him and having success with the podcast,
Of course.
like, and this person,
well, my wife
not even gonna get to the 5-year mark of
my wife. Yes, true. My wife, she was super hot, man, and she was like, we should. I was like,
women,
and I was just like, it ain't that serious. I see them at the top because at the end of the day, when you first came here, 80% of the stuff I taught you. Because I've been doing it's about you bringing you like what you've been doing. You bringing somebody along with you and they don't know. You teaching them everything you got.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with that.
No, I don't have a problem teaching
because I got a lot of people who've done the same with me. But because the biggest thing, like I just said, most people are not going to do the work.
That's true.
I can teach 100 people every single thing.
That's true, man.
You might have 3 people who do something.
If you got those 3 people.
And I'm still learning every day. So like I'm still part of my whole fucking process is still doing the work myself. I'm still learning. I just told you I created a curriculum for myself to get better in the next 120 days. So
I love it.
It's all about just longevity, bro.
Yes, and stand to the grind. This another thing I learned too. I deal with all of our customers. They become family, but you also got to be business with everybody. Because what happens is
a weird muddy line on that.
Yeah, because what happens is I learned, because remember, I'm dealing with every week 50 to 60 new customers. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a weekly thing. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, podcasters, but then I got other people outside of that. You learn the mentality of people. You can spot it. You will spot it quick too. That's one thing I learned. You as the more people you meet, you be like, oh, this person got this kind of character.
Yeah.
And it's easy to spot.
If you did network marketing, you really got that. You did presentations for probably thousands of people. And you got to see what their triggers are, what makes them jump, what makes them say yes, what makes them say no.
Yes.
All of that. You learn a lot from that.
So before we get out, anything you want to leave the people with? Anything you want to leave them with? What can they find you?
Jonathon Lewis 713 on Instagram and TikTok. Jonathon Lewis on LinkedIn. Jet Quest is the travel club. Follow us on Jet Lounge Podcast. We on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And man, book a trip with us this year. We got 9 trips coming up. If you want to see what's going on with the Jet Quest app, we have a wait list on our website, jetquest.net. Just go to the app wait list at the top of the page and sign up, and you'll be one of the first. We're only allowing 1,000 people for the first maybe 6 months to a year. So 1,000 people. We already have 2,500 on the wait list, but we're gonna pick and choose the people that we really feel like are gonna engage.
So y'all taking 100 on each trip?
No.
Okay.
We're taking 1,000 period.
Okay.
There's only
between the 9 trips.
Yeah, on some trips, like you might only can have 20. Some of the trips can have like 50.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Every trip is different. So.
I got you.
But we feel like out of the 1,000, we would prefer these to be people who would book a trip. But more importantly, is for them to engage and to give us data and feedback on what we can do to perfect the app.
Because man, I watched the videos, man. They hype too. I was like, okay,
the trips
y'all lit, man.
Trips are amazing.
Y'all lit, and just to see you, in different countries, man, it's super impressive though.
Appreciate
I just tell you, man, to give you your flowers, man. Just keep going. Don't, man. This journey of entrepreneurship, ain't too many people can really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? People do. This is what I learned. Sometimes you one of them ones. Like out of all my friends, I'm the only one job free.
The one in 10,000, like they said.
Nah, I'm the only. Out of all my friends, they all working for somebody.
Yeah,
I work for no man.
Yeah,
I punch no clock. But it's a mentality though for me. You know what I'm saying? And again, I told my wife, when I lose that competitive edge, I'm gonna just shut the whole studio. I'm probably gonna sign it over to somebody. Y'all can have it.
Yes,
but I'm just competitive though. I'm so competitive that my wife, she fussed with me. Why you getting an LED screen? People love this LED screen for a podcast.
No, you're the first person I think I've seen with the LED screen behind the wall. Like, I don't think I've been to a studio that had this.
Yeah. So, and I told her, I said, we just want to be different, man. We want to be different. We want to be able to tell people what we popping and just know that OM2H, we do a lot here, man. So again, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna have his information below. Listen, I always tell you guys, this is why now is your time. Go out and design your life, create your brand, but most important, leave your legacy. Die empty. Because remember, a hearse would never follow a U-Haul. I mean, a U-Haul would never follow a hearse. So everything you hear you working for, you can't take it with you. So make sure you die empty. Be blessed.